Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am just gonna talk today. It's what I do every day. This episode, I'm really struggling with the noise and I'm struggling to find something to do while I am just talking. So I hope you enjoy. Let us know what you think. Comments, questions below. Always happy to answer. And enjoy. Alright, so this is the first time I'm filming with just the top mic, a little out of my element. I'm not filming in my studio. I am in Australia at a WeWork. And you know, I'm really tired of just not doing anything while I'm on camera and just talking. So I'm trying to think of things that I could do to either show you what I mean or like bring in some examples, or maybe just like a lot of things come to me when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm getting ready and I feel really goofy. I'm kind of like in the zone, and then I sit down in front of the camera and I'm like become a different person. Almost like when I'm walking down the street, sometimes I pretend, like I take on this persona of somebody that's not me, and that person is like the fiercest motherfucker alive. And I'm just like walking down the street like, and then occasionally I'll be like, who is this person that I am becoming? Anyways, I have a lot of things. This might be a very long video that could be turned into segments. The other thing about these first videos is like, I keep reminding myself that nobody's gonna watch these. The only person that's watching these is Jose, which is fine. Jose, I'm not trying to like discount you at all, but I'm just saying like the beginning of doing something, nobody ever sees that part. Nobody ever sees the beginning. They only see like a few years down the road when you've perfected your craft or whatever you're doing, and you've made it, you've like kind of made little improvements along the way every time you film or every time you, Jose said I don't do a lot of ums, so I'm super cognizant of them, but I still can't help it. Sometime down the road, like I could even just refilm these videos when I'm better at filming videos, because really no one's gonna watch these and they're so boring. They're just of me talking that even if somebody did want to watch it, they would probably click off in like 5 seconds. So the content that I'm producing right now will literally never be seen because it just sucks so bad. But in order to get to the good part, you have to do the sucky part. That's why I told Jose, I was like, dude, when you're editing, do it as fast as possible. Like, don't even be super meticulous, because this is not the time to be meticulous. This is the time to pump out content. This is the time to do things really crappy because it's the learning period. In order to get the muscle memory, you have to do it often and you have to do it a lot. Do a lot of them. So with these videos, I would edit them myself, but like my computer's from 2011, it's about to blow up, and I don't really have the time. And Jose is like family, so, and I know this is like what he's good at, so I'm just like, Jose, edit these videos, please. And I know he enjoys it, so, you know, at this point, Jose, I know you're listening. I know you're listening, but that's why I mean to do these things so quickly, just pound them out, because the more we do, the better we'll get, and the more it'll become intuitive. So I also told Jose to edit or include things based on if he really wants to. Like if he has a desire to put something in at a certain moment, that's probably a good indication that he should do it. Like just follow the impulses, do it. Follow your desires, make it fun. Like I don't even care if he makes this video a music video. I don't care, like when I pass the content over to him, it's now his art, it's his creation. I want him to do whatever he wants to do with it. Mostly because like for the practice, and nobody's gonna see these, and also because it's a collaboration. It's not just me. Like editing is an art. So anyways, that's why I want to do as many videos as possible. That's also why I'm thinking like, how can I make these more interesting? How can I portray the knowledge a little bit better? Maybe Jose and I can team up at some point and figure out visuals, or maybe I can work with somebody who does visuals to kind of like get everything integrated. But I'm not there yet, so we're gonna continue going as we do. Today I learned this before, but today I really learned, like, never, when you line your lips with a lighter color, first of all, you always want to do a darker color. When you do it with a lighter color, it kind of just looks like your lipstick is like bleeding and like gross, even though it's not, because once the darkness wears off in the middle, the edges are lighter, and it just does not look right, alright? Not mean, that's like my new favorite thing to say, basically because Trevor Noah. Anyways, you guys seen that stand up? I have some very exciting announcements to make. I'm working on something. Part of the reason why I've been doing like my makeup and relearning how to do makeup, for one, is because it's kind of a hobby. I don't have the old hobbies that I used to have, and so this actually is an old hobby. Like, since I was 2 years old, I have pictures of me like putting on lipstick, and I used to go through all my mom's like lipsticks and makeups, and she used to hand me all of like her old lipsticks that she didn't want, and I just love lipstick. But I'm developing something new. It's like gonna be a product, but it's also gonna be a community. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to China next week to source some product. But I already have like entire vision, and that's something that's going to come about very, very, very soon. So part of the new project is makeup application or cosmetic stuff. That's what the community will be formed around. That's what the product will be. Also, I need to use I need to use the tools in order to know what's the best thing to create. So that's why I've been going all crazy out on my makeup. And also the other reason is because other people like to paint canvases, other people like to maybe do ceramics or clay or work with sculptures or write. I also like to write, but I paint my face. That's like something that calms me, something that I think is really fun. There's so many different looks you can do. There's so many different things you can try. I love shopping for makeup. One of my favorite things to do is to go to TJ Maxx and see what has come in. I got an Anastasia palette for like $20 something, and it's normally $60 something. It may be a little bit less than that, like 50. But so I like searching and finding these new products to try at lower prices. I would love to do a podcast on how TJ Maxx or how these like discount stores buy certain products from companies, because they don't always have them. Only occasionally they'll get really great products in like Clarins and Smashbox and MAC products, and I just want to see, find out why products go there sometimes, why they don't, and kind of what all of that is about. But yeah, I've had some really good finds recently. I don't know, yeah, makeup to me is just a hobby. I think it's really fun. I think it brings people together. When I go out to events or networking, you can always tell who the secret beauty people are, even though they may be in a different industry. Like, they may be an author, they may be in marketing, but you can tell by the way people do their makeup, what they're into. And so I actually make friends. This is how I connect with people. I make friends this way. People will come up to me like, oh, I love your makeup. I noticed a certain way they do it, and we kind of just get right into conversation about it. So to me, it's a really fun way to connect with women. Sometimes connecting with women is a little scary because I feel like they're less forgiving and more judgmental, but maybe that's just not right. Not the right way to look at it. But it's like given me a way to connect with women, and I love women. I love women. I've always been kind of like a guy's girl, but I've really spent a lot more time developing my relationships with women recently. Not recently, but over the past 4 years, because I feel like women will never go away. Women will always come into your life, and you can come and you can go, and I'll always be friends, and there's no weirdness, and there's no, I don't know, I just feel like they're more reliable, and they're more fun relationships because you can go on vacation with them, and you can do girl stuff Whereas like if you're with a dude, you can't really do girl stuff unless he's your boyfriend. Anyways, so stay tuned. I'm not gonna say the name of it yet, just because it's not 100% finalized, even though you all are gonna be watching this like never. But yeah, I'm excited. There's nothing I love more than like a good book. It's funny, I have a couple authors that I gravitate towards. I love Carlos Castaneda. Like, love his stuff. His stuff, I feel like, takes me to a new level, and it really makes me think. So every time I read one of his pieces, I'm able to connect more and more dots. And because I've learned other things in between, like I've studied a certain type of spirituality or a certain type of meditation, I almost am able to like bring it all together. And I feel like at some point I'm going to be able to connect all of the pieces of his work. And maybe there's some things that will remain a mystery, but to me that's really exciting. Now my other favorite author is Tiffany Reisz. She has written like a million books and I've read them all. She's one of the only authors that I really truly appreciate her writing style. She's one of those people who so meticulously pulls. It's almost like she had an entire vision. It seems like she had this entire picture of what she wanted her story to be like, and then she filled in the details with the different books in the series and the different chapters and events in the timeline, because she threw in things from like a last book to the first book and she looped it and she tied it all together. That's only one of the genius things that she did. The other genius thing that she did was pulled her knowledge of religion and her study. So she went to school to be like what do you call it, somebody who studies like religion? Theology? I don't think it's called theology, but anyways, she studied religion. That's what she went to school for. I don't think she finished school, but she like has this love, and she brought in as an author all of these things that she loves and that she knows about and that she studies. And I'm sure some of it she had to study to write about, but the main character is also an author. And so she brings in things about writing, which I think is really cool, because you know it's true. It's like fiction mixed with a non-fiction. It's like a non-fiction mixed with a fiction story. It's so mysterious. It's like a drama and a comedy and a mystery all wrapped up into one. And it made me laugh out loud. It surprised me. She's the kind of person that puts the right word in the right place at the right time in the right, sentence or whatever. Like, she's that meticulous. There couldn't be a better way to word things. That type of perfection is something that I really admire. It's like everything was well planned out, it was well thought out, and to me that's quality. When everything is well thought out, when there's thought put into everything, when there's a place for everything, when there's a reason and intent behind everything. That is what really inspires me, and it makes me feel good. Maybe I should go into a Friday double D. It's so loud, I don't understand how WeWork expects us to work like this, because this is going on. Jose says that because this mic is a directional mic that only picks up things that are in front of it, if that's true, then I'm definitely getting the back noise from these doors opening and closing. This is the whole thing about being able to work and to focus in any sort of environment. Yes, we have our environments that we prefer to work in, but then there's also, when you go outside of that environment, sometimes you still have to be on your game, right? And that's the whole thing about practice. It's because there are certain things that you do or certain ways that you can get into the zone and just like roll with it. So there's doing habits that you're used to, but then there's also breaking habits, right? Equally, both are important. But when you break your habits and you form new ones, that's like starting something new, right? And whenever you do something Maybe you're not used to talking when other people are talking. Maybe you're not used to talking over other noises like doors or construction. Maybe you're not used to talking to camera, but the more you do things that you're not used to, doesn't matter what it is. It could be walking backwards. It could be talking to strangers. It could be doing your makeup in a different way, using a different tool, not using any tools, just starting something new, changing your habits. The more you do that, the more you do things that are like a little bit nerve-wracking to you, the more self-confidence you build. And self-confidence is important because when you're faced with something challenging, something new that you've never done, but you have to do it, your self-confidence is, I know I can do this because I'm used to doing things that are new. I'm used to doing things that are uncomfortable at the beginning. And your self-confidence comes from your ability to get through those and to succeed, and the success is in actually doing it. So all of a sudden, you know that you can do anything that you are faced with. The more you do outside of your comfort zone, you just build that self-confidence. When you do a lot of different things, all of a sudden you realize that there's like a pattern to life. There's like patterns to doing certain things. If you don't know something, you can learn what that is really quickly if you're used to learning new things really quickly. Or if you can pick out the pattern, like, oh, I've never done that before, but I've done this, and those things are similar. So you draw the conclusion, or you draw a parallel line, and then you can pull out the relatable things and you say, oh, I did a process like this for this thing, and then you just pull the process out. It's like process extraction. So this is weird that it's going into commitment, because I said commitment, but procrastination. I always talk about procrastination because I'm a horrible procrastinator, but there's a couple things that have been coming up for me lately that have been helping with procrastination. One of those is commitment. So if you commit to doing a video every day, or if you commit to a plan or to a project or to keeping your commitments, for example, way to get meta on us, or commit to doing your makeup every day for a week. Commitment helps with procrastination because you've already made a decision to do something, and so you just do it. The other thing is, if you have trouble with procrastination, just keep procrastinating. I say the same thing about addiction. If you have an addiction, like, just really lean real hard into it. Keep going with it. If procrastination is your addiction, just keep procrastinating. Don't do anything. All of a sudden, if that thing is that you're supposed to do, that you're procrastinating doing, is so important, it's going to find a way out of you. It may not be pretty, it may not be to your liking, but sometimes you can't resist in order to solve the problem. You have to lean into it. Just collapse into it. And yeah, okay. Anyways, I think this video is done. I don't even know what it was about, but very I'm sort of distracted, and like a couple things. I wish I just would have filled out that filming form. I wish I wasn't by a bathroom with all these doors slamming. And I wish I wasn't such a complainer, to be honest with you. Okay, anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for this project that I'm working on. You guys are going to be really excited about it. I am. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, or question below. And you can find us on Facebook at Posh Incredible, Instagram at Posh Incredible. This is Tiff TV. You can find us on iTunes with podcast. It's Posh Incredible Transformations. That's where we interview or talk about things that will help aid in transformation. Yeah, anyways, thank you for watching.